Hey everyone, this weekend for the first time I will be tasting and reviewing the new Mac and Chao frozen entrees. They are both vegan. I also wanted to show you the nutritional information for both of them. They seem to have per serving the equivalent of one slice of cheese as far as the saturated fat goes, and it's not low sodium, so if you have issues with your salt intake, you might want to consider that as well. Also, these are not gluten-free. They both use wheat flour, so just be aware of that. The preferred way to prepare this entree is preheating the oven and using the oven, so that's what I'm going to do to give it the best flavor profile. For this meal, I will be doing the creamy mac, and I have preheated the oven already to 375. I will take off the plastic wrapper and put it on a cookie sheet, bake it for 35 minutes, take it out and stir, and then put it in for a little more time, and I will show you that when it happens. Okay, this is what it looks like coming out of the oven after 35 minutes. The instructions are to stir and then put it back in for another 15. So I'm going to do that and I will let you know what happens. This is what it comes out of the oven looking like a second and final time. I think tomorrow when I do the other box, I'm going to stir it more often and possibly cover it, because as you can see, going straight by the instructions, there are parts that they seem to be dried out. So I'm going to hit the pause here, try a little bit and see what it tastes like. I'll come back and let you know. I've had a few bites of this now. It's very tasty, actually, and there's enough cheese sauce that I feel it doesn't really need to have anything added to it. The parts of the noodles that were sticking out of the sauce while baking that got a little dry, they're just a little extra chewy. Nothing that would make me not want to eat it. However, it's not the most appetizing, so what I'm going to do definitely tomorrow is either cover it or stir it more often or microwave it and just see how it comes out. I do think that I'm going to be eating one full box and not break it up into 2 portions as the nutritional info says. And I also think I'm going to add some Gardein meatballs to it for a full experience. So I'll be back when I plate that up. Well, it turns out I did not have the Gardein meatballs, but I did have the teriyaki chicken strips, which come bare in the package. And I heated those up in the microwave, and I'm going to give it a shot now, see how it goes. Okay, I've been through about half of this now, and I have to say that on its own, the mac and chow is really tasty, just on its own. But if you're like me and sometimes you want to amp it up with a little more protein, vegan of course, putting in the Gardein chicken strips is nice too. It changes the flavor a bit, but it's still very delicious. I just finished this and it was very tasty. I will definitely be buying this again, and I'm looking forward to trying the new other flavor tomorrow. So I'll meet you back here for that really soon. I'd also like to mention that I've just had a little over 50% of my sodium intake for the day, and I am feeling a bit thirsty. Well, it's the next day, and it's time to try the chili mac and chow. I'm going to microwave it, and I'll be back after I've done that. But first, here is a quick look at what you're going to see when you take it out of the wrapper and it's been frozen. I'm also going to microwave it a little differently. The instructions say to just do it for 5 minutes and then take it out and stir. I don't want to overcook it, so most likely I'm going to take it out every minute and a half to stir it. I'm going to do that like 4 times, and then the last time I'll do either a minute or a minute and a half. I'll just judge it at the time and see what happens. Method update, my grand plan did not work. After a minute and a half, I tried stirring it. It was still way too frozen to do that. I put it in for another minute, and parts were crackling and boiling, and other parts were frozen. So it's been in a total of 2.5 minutes. I was able to stir it a bit, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with a very wet paper towel and put it in for some more time and see what happens. Now it's been in for a total of 5 minutes. I put a basically thick layer of sopping paper towels over it, and it looks pretty good. It's very hot at this point. So when you just realize the paper towel is going to be hot and the food is going to be sizzling. So give it a rest before you pull the paper towel back to stir it. Obviously, you do not want to injure yourself, safety first. And I'm going to stir it and put it back in. I decided to put it in for 2 more minutes, which gave it a total microwave time of 7 minutes. I let it cool afterwards for a bit in the microwave. Then I took it out of the microwave using mitts, the oven mitts, to protect from the heat, because it is still hot and you want to be safe about it. So now I'm going to try it just as is from the package and let you know what I think about it. Before I try it, I also wanted to compare the picture on the package to what it looks like when it comes out of the microwave. And you'll notice the picture on the package seems to show a lot of vegan ground beef, and I don't really see that. I see some of it. There is some there, like right here. There is some there, and there are some beans. When I look, there are some beans, but it does look a little different to me when I compare the actual product to the picture. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. I've had a few bites now, and the spice is very mild, which I actually do prefer. Also, I think the texture of the pasta microwaved is better than when I did it in the oven yesterday. So going forward, I think my preferred method will be to microwave it, but I am going to cover it with a sopping wet paper towel. The chili mac and chow is very tasty on its own. I have decided to throw a little mango salsa in there, and we'll see how it goes. The salsa is great with it. Feel free to heat it up if you add it. That would probably be even better. So I have to say, both of these I really like. I really like these chow entrees. Again, these are kind of a quick comfort food type of deal. They're not low in sodium foods. They're not low in saturated fat, but they're not bad. And I think if you add some veggies to them, it will improve the nutrition profile so that you can maybe have them more often than you would if you didn't. Anyway, for sure, I will be buying this in the future. This video is not sponsored. Field Roast has no idea who I am. But I do like trying new things, and I think I'm going to make this a series from now on. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Take care and enjoy your vegan food. Bye-bye.